Hello. Oh boy. I'm just checking a few things. I'll be at it in a second. At least the song is good. I love this. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm taking a moment. Not gonna see any comments or anything. I know you can hear the clacking, so I'm sorry. Hey, Disco Pup. Sorry about that. I took a moment. Acquisition procedure. Review the file poemwords.txt for any anomalies. This is all really cute, but yeah, everything's fine, just I wanted to vent to someone, so I started clacking to them. It's nothing related though, so we should be fine. Anyway, I'm here with the— what the fuck? What's causing this? Skipped frames? This hasn't happened before yet. With Doki. Hey, Close. How you doing? I'm opening Task Manager right now to see if there's anything that's... Oh, wait a minute. It's probably my use of Discord. That's upsetting. Come on, Task, I know you're... Holy shit. Wait, what's eating so much CPU? I get that Streamlabs is eating 40%, but what the hell else? Game overlay... Yeah, it's fine. It's eating another 40. Why is that eating so much? Am I able to... I think I wasn't supposed to end that. Whoops. Desktop window manager. Honestly, what the hell is eating so much CPU? That was happening to me not too long ago. I was getting like 80% skip frames. Well, Jesus. Wait. Why is Streamlabs here? It'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Gotta... Can you still hear me, by the way? Everything working? I think I accidentally turned off my audio. Maybe if I do this? Open volume mixer. Okay, out. I understand how loud this is. Stop. 22 is fine. What other things did I... Doki, why is that turned down? Turn up everything? Will that work? Nope. Oh, there we go. My ears. Why isn't Doki playing any noise? I have everything at max. Ah. Oh no. Why is... God damn it. $20. Perfect. Hmm. Okay, I think I royally screwed things up. I'll take a moment. Okay, open that. Do this. Open. Music just turned off? Nope. Close this program. Yep. Hold on a moment. Wait, my audio is fine? Do you mean my voice audio? Nothing is coming from my computer anymore. It's a little worrying. Well, anyway, thank you for coming to the stream. I'm gonna take a moment. figure out what hell I just caused myself. Come on. Click. Grab. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I can hear things again, can you? Yeah. Saying it's capturing it now, so. Log in. I wonder if there are any things in the files again. Anyway, turn on my playlist again. This one. So, as I was stating, welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh, wait a minute, is Yuri's hair actually supposed to be black? No, this is fan art, isn't it? I forgot about that. But it's really cute. I like purple hair. Purple hair is adorable. Anyway. Right. That ends my playlist. Sadly. Things seem to be running fine. Doki, Doki. Click, click. I'm gonna click on everything. Yeah, I think it's my use of Discord that's causing it. Everything's alright. This is Yuri's save, so going on to that. Okay. So what am I doing again? Da-da-da-da-da. Do 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 do. What is that called again? Where you use a tone in every... A motif, right. Sayori. Oh shit, what was her voice? Oh! I like this one, Gage. It has nice feelings in it. Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's just the way I go, by my heart. But that's why I just go by my heart. Aw. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Oh, that's actually a good way to go about it, because, like... My poems, my haikus are just shitposts most of the time. I'm just... I mostly just use it for a strange way of talking. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. By the way, I am planning on rating someone's stream later. Yeah, I'm planning on rating someone later, because I'm pretty sure they said that today would be their birthday, and I want to give them good, happy birthday wishes. and whatnot. And I just think it'd be nice, you know? Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you try giving it some thought? Aww, you wanna write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Sad and happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. Make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic, you know, in a club where we write poems. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Gage. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles! I pop off my What the fuck? Okay. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb, forefinger to pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. Then I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle of starlight, I make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets, hiding in nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. They want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy shit! Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? That really is good. Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings Right. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about things, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Please don't say die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with some things before dropping it. No more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. I like reading. But okay, even though I have a hard time reading, it doesn't mean that I don't like reading. And I love to read in a voice. Okay, let's read Natsuki's. She has some pretty cute poems. I'm gonna check Discord. Everything should be fine. Excuse me. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. Huh? What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's just going to sound like you're forcing it unless you don't suck at it. Unless you really don't suck. Actually, yeah, that's a fair point. That's actually a really fair point, Natsuki. That's actually good advice. Like, if you're trying to express a point and you think it's deep, Natsuki does have a really good point here. Because if you're trying to write a message, trying to write a serious message, you could end up messing up your own writing by, well, getting too into the idea, and you could just like you could really mess it up. The way you try conveying a message. Yeah, they don't need to be deep sounding to express something. Yeah. Because if you're trying to make it sound deep, you could get convoluted with the ways that you're writing, and then you're going to just make some people confused. I already read that. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. Huh? You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this kind of this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer. Oh wait, just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean I mean. Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, then just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world from pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. She didn't even show me her poem, what a bitch. Monica time. Hi again, Gage the Goat. God damn it. I'm supposed to just say Gage. It's so much easier. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature. It's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on inside that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. Goodbye, Goat. Have a nice stream. I'll try. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Huh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. That's a bitch move, Monica. That's rude. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. Just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway. You want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of moods. Load me. Remember to save your game. I wonder what happens if I... Even more abstract than your last one, huh? Ahaha. I wonder. I'm gonna load that again. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. Maybe I'll just make her mad if I keep loading. Whatever. It's just the kind of thing that I'd never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with the space on my paper. Okay, everything's good here. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines, really short, make it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. The constant noise of RGB that we use in our computers. The colors that weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. I don't remember the full song. Sorry. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feeling. Conversation with a reader. I know what you're doing, Monica. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Remember to eat your pretzels. I'm not a fan of pretzels, though. Eat them. They're good for you. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. That's not a writing tip, Monica. It's not a writing tip. You know it. I'm facing a difficult decision. Oop. Oh. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. That's normal and not weird at all. I agree with you, Disco Pup. Thanks for listening. Monica, I don't know how that applies to writing, but okay. Monica, please. Don't do this. I already know what you're doing, Monica. Okay, Yuri, let's go. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Gage, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. I don't know. You know what? She knows I'm using a game program to write poems. That's why she told me to save and load whenever I'm making some decisions, you know? That's what she does. She uses a little game program to help herself write a poem. Maybe that's why. You did a good job at explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Chokes. What? Anyway, even her hands appear sweaty. That's almost like cheating. Kind of. Monica uses it for inspiration so that she can be a little more abstract, you know, while speaking right in front of you. Thanks, Monica. Oh god, there's something in my throat. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Excuse me, again, sorry. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The Racoon! The Racoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty sack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. Oh, shit. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious, well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hunger, curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. Raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, raccoon shows me its excitement, a rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian contradiction. I slice the bread, feed myself again. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh no. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. Metaphorical? I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what the poem is about. Okay, let me explain what happened. Let me explain the physical thing that happened. So, raccoon and a person. Person cuts bread. Raccoon gets excited. To seeing the knife. So, whenever this person takes out their knife to cut bread and feed the raccoon gets excited. And the raccoon comes more frequently. This is just the physical thing that happens. And one day, the person takes out their knife, raccoon is excited, comes closer, and instead of cutting bread, raccoon is dead. They go and get themselves some bread. This is just slowly torturing an animal. It could be used to describe how we condition ourselves and whatnot. But the poem's about killing an animal. And I'm wondering what's going on with Yuri here. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery, conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. I understand symbolism quite a bit. I have a hard time explaining it, but I understand it. I guess literature was one of my actual favorite courses when I wasn't, you know, beaten over the head with stupid tasks that didn't matter. But anyway. Except for the poem ones. The poem ones were fantastic. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. How? Ah, you like killing raccoons. Oh wait, I didn't read that. I want to express how I usually go into my weird hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. I mean, I hope you don't actually kill raccoons for fun. So I sometimes enjoy writing poems about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. I fucking murdered a raccoon. I still like Yuri, by the way. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Gage? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable, you know, like killing a fucking raccoon. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Ah, you know what? I hate myself. And it's not because I don't embrace how weird I can be. It's just I hate myself. Shut up, Yuri. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things, pesky raccoon. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Gage. That's... That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Oh shit, Monica, you jumped right in front of me. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today. So if everyone could come sit to the front of the classroom. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. God, can you even speak, Gage? Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few donations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Hey, Thunders, are you still there? I just want to know if you're going to tell me when they're online, if they get online. Man, they might not even get online. I'm so dumb. Ah, whatever. Streaming is fun, and it's one of my stream days anyway. Well, I'm planning on streaming every other day now. Like, stream one day, skip the next day, and stream the day after that. And when it comes to working, I might just like not stream if I'm working, and then stream the day after it, if that happens. It's fun. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Yo, more goat streams. Let's go. Hell yeah. So, today's a Thursday, right? Yeah, today's a Thursday. So, my next stream should be on Saturday. Oh, wait. I have a thing to do on Saturday. You know what? Thing I do on Saturday probably isn't gonna go well anyway. From experience. And if I do it at my normal times, I should be fine. Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come in and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Look at Sayori. She's so happy. Wait a minute. How did they not notice? They're all in the same They're all in the same school. How'd they not notice? Oh, shit. That's the wrong button. I forgot what Sayori's voice was again. Sayori, who has been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already stop putting those posters up, did you? Huh? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no.
It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
Isn't online yet. I'll keep checking. That's the one you're on about, right? Yeah! I wanna... Yes, it's them. Vika. How do I pronounce that name? Vikatus. I'm gonna say Vika. Like Vikatus. I don't fucking know how to pronounce that. I never had to say it out loud before. I do like neat spelt names that don't really have one true pronunciation, like Kara, Kara, and Chara, all being the same name. Vikatus. Yeah, true. Or Vikatus. Yeah, that's also a good pronunciation. Or, in like one of those weird pronunciations, the U could be acting as two O's. So, Vikatus. Something like that, you know? It's a really interesting name, and I love those kind of things. By the way, if you want to join my Discord, it's basically in like the description area thing. I don't know how streams work. Below the stream, link to Discord, advertising. Advertising is hard, okay?
There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Already in it, well, where I got the name. Oh. I'm stupid. Anyway. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys?
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room of people. Room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings and intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. I like bondage. This is definitely not something for later. That's right. And those are the wait, why did you say bondage? Oh, whatever. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the... Why the fuck are my dog... Hold on, I'll be right back. They're being loud and noisy. Sorry. I had to leave for a bit, check on my dogs. I hope I wasn't away for too long. Anyway. To inspire them and find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. Hold the fuck up. Finding new horizons and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons why we're in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them and find the same feelings here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Hold on a second, I gotta let my boy in my room. What's with your barky behavior? It's not normally like this. Come on in, Phoebe. Not normally like this, boy. And of course you put my hand in your mouth. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been really trying hard to get new members. Sorry, checking other things. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with.
Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around the room. Around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. And a fucking raccoon. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way.
Monica? This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I...
Oh. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through a notebook for a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before, or is she simply natural? She's part of the debate club, something she's done before. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. God, I'm so hungry all the time. Sayuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes a recitation. It's a good thing she didn't have to actually say anything. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. I will fucking save and check a few files. Yep. Deal with it, game. Shut up, Doki. Doki Koki. Bottles? Yeah, that was like a fantastic poem by the Racoon. The Racoon. Save me. Load me. Promo art. Files. I gotta note. No. Yes, I'm checking things. I know. Huh? Access keys found so far. Power rotation. E1. Here. 240. A clock time. 221. 3-digit number combination somewhere. E2 a boat. E3 spaceship. E4 what? What? What does it mean tower keys? Ah, she's live now? I'm gonna check a few more things. Wait a minute. I was just talking about tower keys, wasn't it? 240 clock time. 221. I didn't double. God damn it. Unable to open. Please try again later. I'm gonna have to have my clock at. What was it that it needed from me? $240. E2 is a boat. E3 is spaceship. Huh. Q1 is a gear. Boat. Spaceship. Something mysterious. That's interesting. Yuri's winning words. Yuri's words. Wait a fucking... $9.15, 130. Hold on a fucking second. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, I get this. Oh, I understand this. Oh. Hold on. A boat. Where's a boat? Boat. Boat. God damn it. Okay. Maybe I can get this at another time. God damn it, is this annoying though. Really good too. Now I want to see your secrets. You got me curious. Hey Lamau. Where the fuck is boat? Okay, so I need to get back here at 9:15 with 1, 3, and 0. That's gonna be hard to stream. And I'm not able to open. Gotcha. These are just my save games, aren't they? Probably. It's really good. Table. Nope. Again. No, I think the file sizes are the same. Oh. Huh. Be right. Damn. Well, let's end it off with some good music at least. Do 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 do. Thank you for coming to Doki Doki Literature Club. And as I said, I was going to... Okay. I am going to raid someone so that I can, you know, just share the joy! I'm sorry that I couldn't get much more done, but I have some things to figure out. And also an internal clock to mess with. It's gonna be fun. Figure out how to mess with it anyways. Anyway. Come on, computer. Thank you for coming to the stream. Have a good day.